Spock, everyone knows spy agencies plant stories. You said that is not the case here.
Correct, Captain. The case is the mechanism by which a planted claim manufactures its own corroboration, and so gains the one thing disinformation lacks: independent verification. The witness is Frank Snepp, a former CIA analyst describing his own work on the record with remorse.
How does a planted claim verify itself?
You brief a trusted reporter with a half-truth, then seed the same claim with other officials. When he does the responsible thing and cross-checks, the second source returns the planted claim. He reads it as confirmation. What he has is an echo of what he was handed. His diligence is not bypassed, it is used.
Establish the witness.
Snepp was the CIA's chief analyst on North Vietnamese strategy in Saigon. He broke with the agency in decent interval, 1977. The government sued him, Snepp versus United States, 1980, to enforce its pre-publication contract, which implicitly conceded he was exactly who he said. At the Vietnam Reconsidered Conference at USC in 1983, he described the disinformation work and disowned it.
So it is an admission, not an accusation.
A participant's own account of the method. The man here is a witness, not a villain.
The method starts where?
Not with a lie, with earned credibility. The agency picks an influential, trusted journalist and feeds him accurate material over time. That deposited credibility is the instrument, the credential as instrument move applied to a source relationship. As named in the record, the targeted correspondents include Robert Shapland of The New Yorker, Malcolm Brown of The New York Times, Keys Beach of The Los Angeles Times, and Maynard Parker of Newsweek.
Counter.
A source's past accuracy is not a current guarantee. The credibility being spent is the credibility being exploited.
What exactly is delivered?
Snepp's distinction is the load-bearing one, not necessarily a lie, often a half-truth, a real fact bent toward a false conclusion. It survives the reporter's instinct for the obviously false because part of it checks out. A clean lie might be caught, a half-truth invites the very cross-check that will confirm it.
Counter.
Partly true is not true. Ask which part is verified and which part is the inference riding on it.
Walk the loop.
5 steps. A closed ring. 1. The trust bank. Accurate material over time, credibility accrues. 2. The brief. The half-truth through that trusted channel. 3. The seed. The same claim planted with other officials at home and abroad. 4. The cross-check. The journalist verifies and the second source returns the planted claim. That is where the deception completes, at the good practice step. 5. The echo. False confirmation, the same message coming back. He concludes he has proof and prints it.
So the loop closes.
What returns is not confirmation. It is the original, echoed. 2 officials repeating one planted claim are one source wearing 2 coats.
What was it all for?
To persuade Congress to keep funding Saigon by casting North Vietnam as the chief violator of the Paris ceasefire. Once the claim passed through a trusted correspondence verification into print, Snepp names a New Yorker placement, it was no longer an agency assertion. It was independently reported, ready to be cited in testimony. The wash is not the planting, it is the confirmation.
Counter.
Independently reported describes a path, not a truth. Trace the path back to its single origin.
And Snepp's own verdict?
He closes his own loop. By his judgment, the work served no useful purpose, and propagandizing the public and Congress is illegitimate. a government deceiving the people it answers to. That he both documented the method and disowned it is what gives the account its standing.
Why is this a structure and not just history?
Nothing in it is specific to 1973, to Vietnam, or to the CIA. It needs only three things: a trusted relay, the same claim seeded in more than one place, and a verification norm to exploit. Wherever those coexist, the loop can run. The safeguard is the attack surface.
Counter.
Harden the cross-check by tracing whether the sources are independent in their inputs, not just by counting them.
Does it still happen?
The honest answer is disciplined. A case about laundered claims cannot itself launder one. So we assert only the vulnerability, not a verdict. The mechanism is portable, and reporting on adversaries that rests on anonymous, single-origin sourcing is structurally vulnerable to exactly this loop. That is a claim about a structure. This edition names no current story as a product of it.
Name the echo, then.
The integration stamp in the information domain. The laundering completed by the audience's own diligence. It sits beside Case 2, the legibility flaw, and the supply-side edition with a named operator confessing it. The safeguard is the laundering step. What returns is the original, echoed.